In this video, we're going to go over how to cut 40% of your business operating cost with AI. So if you are a business operator, manager, or a department lead, you're probably hearing a lot of buzz about AI. But the real question you should be asking is, will this actually cut costs and improve my bottom line? Let's make this very clear. Yes, it will if you use it the right way. So in this video, I'm going to walk you through exactly how AI can slash up to 40% of your operating costs across 4 key areas of your business with real life examples of how companies are already doing it. And if you're tired of running bloated systems, relying on manual tasks, or making decisions without clarity, this video might just change the way you run your business. Let's get straight into it. Here are the 4 areas that can be applied regardless of your industry, whether you're in logistics, healthcare, legal, construction, retail, no matter what the industry is. Each one is designed to save money, time, and decision-making instantly. So let's go over the first one. The first one is lead generation and engagement. The old way. The sales team spends hours chasing cold leads, qualifying prospects, and managing outreach manually. Response times are slow, fall through the cracks, opportunities are missed. The AI way of doing things is that AI agents, once it's built into your system, can handle the first 80% of conversations. And we're talking from direct messaging to emails to chatbot before a human gets involved. AI-driven lead scoring identifies high converting prospects using your historical CRM data. Real-time personalization boost conversion rates without having to add headcounts. So this is a perfect example. Chili built this out for one of my clients. It's called AI Prospecting Scoring Intent Detection. Basically, it will go through the CRM. So this is an integration. You click on it and you can analyze prospects, and it will let you know who is the best prospect to follow up on this week, or high priority or low priority. Send them an email, schedule a call, and etc. So you can have a system like this in your CRM that's integrated, or a nice dashboard. This all could be built out and allow AI to power it and make these intellectual decisions for you. And that makes your job easy. So for example, one of our clients, a mid-sized law firm, use our AI system, like the one I showed you, to engage leads on their sites via voice and text, and saw a 22% increase in client acquisition in 60 days while cutting outbound time in half, because this is automated. This is automated engagements, conversations, and it's handling the heavy lifting of getting these folks on calls. So the results of having this system is that it reduced sales labor by 30%, increased leads converted by 20%. Time saved, we're looking at about $150,000 per year. All right, let's get into the next area of business where we can cut operating costs and be more efficient. Business requirements and analysis. It doesn't even matter what industry or business model that you're running. There's always going to need some analysis when it comes to business requirements. So the old way of doing things is back and forth meetings between departments just to clarify processes. I worked in corporate for many years myself. There has been so many meetings between cross departments, cross functioning teams, just to get clarity on the requirements. It's crazy. And so much time and energy is spent on those meetings. There's a lot of manual documentation that could take weeks, and you're relying on people to do something that might take AI less than 2 to 5 minutes to do. And then we have data that's buried across 10 different tools to 10 different sources. So that's the old way of doing things. Let's talk about the AI way. Now, how AI can address going through business requirements and analysis tasks is that AI can listen to team calls, auto-generate technical requirements, and turns messy conversations into structural workflows. Natural language processing scans internal documents to auto-map your current business processes. No more playing telephone or hopping on calls between ops, tech, and leadership teams. So this runs things more efficiently, and you'll be able to get the requirements that you need, have it documented, and you're ready to go for implementation. A real example is that a healthcare organization could be using this to help them save 80 plus hours per project by using AI business analyst agents, right? We see this being used in healthcare companies, health insurance companies, and having this AI agent analyst, they could generate SOWs, work breakdowns, and approval workflows before a dev ever has to touch a keyboard, which is awesome. So This leads to project costs reduced by 35%, not just cutting out costs, but bringing down the time it takes to do the analysis alone and rework. Watch this next part of the video. I have a quick demo of a tool that you can use that exists today, and you can use that to leverage their AI technology to go through analysis of business requirements. Check this part out. All right, this is the part of the video I do want to cover how you can use AI agents to help you do business analysis, take multiple data from different data sources. That could be from meeting notes, transcriptions, to looking at requirements, any type of notes that you have. And you can utilize AI agent to go through your information and create meaningful data information for you to use and analyze. So just to show you a quick example, when it comes to this type of technology, this technology already out there. There are tools out there that actually supports this type of functionality. So for my personal business, I like to use Notion, and Notion has a lot of powerful AI agentic capabilities and functionalities built into it, which is really awesome. So let you know, I'm not sponsored by Notion. Hopefully they will in the future. But as of right now, I'm speaking from a consumer perspective because I do use Notion on an everyday basis to run my business. And I have leveraged using their AI agents to do analysis, do meeting transcriptions, and etc. So I do want to show you a quick example. So for example, here, I do have a meeting notes. And when you click on this little icon, it's called Notion AI. And what you can do is you can ask questions, have it analyzed, create a to-do list, whatever you want for it to do. So for example, I had a meeting with one of my previous clients, and I'm going to use this AI agent to perform a specific task. I'm going to say, create an action items list that I need to follow up on based on this meeting, right? So what I'm going to ask this agent to do is go through the transcriptions and give me action items that I need to follow up on. So that way I don't have to go read through this whole transcript, for example. And I'm going to let it do its thing. So you see that it's spinning. Perfect. And see that it's thinking. So I like how it shows that it's processing and it's reading through the entire transcript and it's letting you know. So let's see what it comes up with. Okay, perfect. So you see here that instead of me having to read through the entire meeting transcript, I could just ask Notion AI to hit one of my action items. And it came up with some decent and immediate follow-ups I need to do. After the calls, started lab and AGI integrations, future considerations. Yep. So this seems pretty accurate based on what I covered on the call on Monday. So this is pretty good. And this is just using that Notion's AI agent that's built in. I could do like a quick little demo how I like to use their AI agent is for business requirements and analysis, right? So I am working on this project for one of our clients, and you pick something that doesn't have too much confidential information in there. I have this business requirement right here. You do some technical analysis and create like a technical specification document that explains what needs to be done technically. So I'm going to use the Notion AI. It's smart enough to know that which page I'm on. So it's automatically referencing this page. And I'm going to ask it, can you analyze this page and create a technical specifications and action items that needs to be complete for this development implementation to work? The goal is to provide the developers who read this document to understand what they need to implement in order for this functionality to work. I like to give additional details. That way it has the context. It understands why we're doing this and who is this information targeted to. So I'm going to hit enter, and you're going to see the AI agent is going to analyze the document and see what it comes out with. Perfect. Look at that. This is the power of using AI agents in your workflow, because something like this, like the research behind, after you get your business requirements and you analyze it, well, it took me almost a day or so just to do your technical analysis and do the research to figure out what does the implementation look like. And this is like a really great tool that helps me do that. Action item checklist. Perfect. I like how I broke down into phases, because now that any developer can look at this list and say, all right, cool, this is what I need to do to put all this together. So this is really powerful. Something like this would have taken me almost 2 or 3 days to write out and research and put together. And this AI agent has taken the business requirements, it did the analysis, and is able to create a technical specification and implementation, and I can pass this information on to the developers. So this is really powerful. So this is the power of using Notion. This tool that I'm using is called Notion, and the AI that I'm using is called Notion AI, and it's built into Notion's platform. So I just want to show you a quick example of how you can use AI agents into your business workflow when it comes to analyzing business requirements. See you back in the other video. The third way you can use AI to cut your operating cost is live analytics and monitoring for decision making, right? So this is technically a dashboard, but the point is that you can use AI to do a lot of the analytical work and monitoring that will help you make more informed decisions. So the old way, right? I know in the corporate space, in small businesses, there's a lot of reporting that are outdated the moment you download them. You can't wait for days and weeks for analysts to prepare dashboards and reports. And usually businesses, especially at the enterprise level, are very reactive when problems arrive. So we're very reactive. So problems themselves aren't caught until it starts costing you money, it's hurting your bottom line. So that's the old way of doing things. A lot of reliance on reports and analysts, and it takes too long. Here's the AI way. Real-time dashboards, right? That can adapt based on what the system detects. We can create a dashboard that has integrations to your system, right? If you're using Notion, for example, or a Microsoft product, or, just any type of integration that you're using, any tool that you're using to track your projects and your bottom line, you can have AI integrate into those systems and being able to analyze and detect live changes that are happening. And your AI agentic system can alert you the moment KPI changes, suggest either a problem or a opportunity. Predictive analytics shows that what's likely to happen before it does. And now you set yourself apart from other businesses. Instead of being reactive, now you're proactive, because now you have live data coming in and you can make more informed executive decision by having this workflow. Now, I show you these examples. You can create like the decision ready dashboard. And this is AI driven operational alerts, right? This is mock-up data, but this is a perfect example how you can use AI to detect alerts. Like for this one, for example, server response time degrading. The API response time has increased to 2.5%, for example. So it's affecting user requests that are using this API. You can investigate it. And this is a live AI agent that's actually checking the website performance. So you got something like this built into your workflow, into your process. Also have AI proactively do the scan, check the logs, recommend a solution. So this is really powerful. And now your development team or whoever's working on overseeing this part can just focus on implementing and making sure it works and get back to you. But this is a powerful decision-making tool. You have eyes on every part. You can have a customer service response time. It's exceeding SLA, for example. You can have this escalated. So there's different ways that you can customize and tailor this dashboard for your needs and also integrate it to your current systems that you have in place and being able to make master and critical decisions. And that's all because AI is helping you do it faster, leaner, and cleaner. All right. So this is the AI way of doing things. So this is really powerful. This is my favorite one because we spend a lot of time making a lot of decisions based on data, and we need a system. The old way of doing things is that you have all this information, but it's lived in different parts and different pieces of your business. So for example, you may have all your finances under, QuickBooks on a spreadsheet. Maybe somebody else is overseeing that part. You have a sales team and you have a CRM on Pipedream, or, there's so many CRMs out there. So you have all these different tools. Data is all over the place. And of course, it's all disconnected. Your team needs to translate this data into insight manually. That's the key thing. You have all this information everywhere on different systems, on different tools, but when it's not consolidated, it's hard to gain some insightful information on action that you could be taking for your business, right? So of course, when everything's disconnected, you miss revenue opportunities because you don't see the big picture in real time. Now, let me show you how you can do this the AI way, which I like to call number 4, actionable business intelligence system, right? We want to add intelligence to our data, not just silo. The AI way. So we have built smart systems that automatically gather your business data, analyze patterns, and show you how exactly where action is needed. You can get weekly updates, daily business prompts, next campaign, and maybe that's underperforming, contracts like to delay. So any data point that you want to track or a KPI, you can have it built right into the system. And then you can have the large language model analyze the data and give you insightful feedback. And this feedback will allow you to make decision-ready views built for executives, not just for engineers or developers. So it's nice and easy. This is a perfect example. This is an executive oversight AI dashboard. So you can see revenue trend, pipeline health, how many deals you have coming in, customer satisfaction. So you can make this dashboard to whatever KPI or metrics you want to track, any data that you want to track live from a business owner or maybe an operator perspective, and then make informed decisions based on the data that you have. And this can be tracked by today, this week, month, etc. And now you can make informed decisions for your role based on the information that's given here. So really, really powerful. So one of my favorite examples is that we have a platform we have implemented for a property management firm, revealed that there's a little over 6 figures of unutilized licenses and duplicated vendor services. And within those 3 weeks, we were able to help them save over $250K annually because the system keeps catching new issues without the human input, right? It was able to track all these different licenses that were not being used, users that are not really using the platform, using certain tools. So you can save a lot of money when you have a proactive intellectual system and with the integration of AI to help you make informed decisions for your business. Now, here's the truth. Most businesses are sitting on a gold mine of data, but they're still running old school operation that bleeds time and money. AI is not about replacing jobs. It's about replacing efficiency. If you want to run a leaner, smarter, and more profitable operation, AI isn't just a trendy thing. It's your competitive edge, right? So now if you're thinking, all right, Christina, this sounds amazing, but how do I know if this is really going to work for my business or for my team or for my operation, right? Listen, I got you. So it takes less than 5 minutes. I do have an AI readiness assessment that shows you where your business is leaking at, what area is most primed for AI integration, and how we can help you get 10x ROI within the next 12 months. If you're feeling like you're ready to implement, but you're not sure yet, you need like an audit or an assessment, then please don't wait. Feel free to book a one-on-one strategy call with me. And there's a link somewhere in the description below. And of course, before you book the call, make sure you have a clear understanding of your data, your SOP, and your processes, because this will make our call and our time together more productive. And we will walk through your business, run through the numbers, and show you exactly how much money you're leaving on the table. And of course, if you want more videos that break down real world AI solutions for real businesses, let's turn your data into dollars. Starting now. There's no point of waiting. And don't forget, make sure you subscribe, hit the bell, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.